Good morning, Facebook. Yay. First official show of the year. Fired up.
That's right.
We have intro music. Favorite part of the day. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 425 Show, your place to be for all things real estate and lifestyle related here on the East Side. I'm your host, Nicole Mangina with Windermere Real Estate. I love real estate, but my true passion is connecting people with the amazing businesses and events and others that make this such a great community, because we all know that when you're buying and selling a house, it's about so much more than the bedrooms and baths. It's about what makes this place awesome. And I have the honor of sharing something each week that I'm super excited about. But before I do that, I wanted to do a little real estate update. It's the first week of January. It's always interesting to know where the market's going to go. I think it's going to be a strong year. I was on LinkedIn this morning. I saw an article predicting 2017 strength in terms of the market. What I will tell you for sure is December was a really strong month. It's a funny month. It can kind of go either way. Sometimes, after December 15th, it's like everybody closes up shop and they're gone until the end of January. Not the case last month. We had a townhouse that came on the market the week before Christmas that sold in a day. There was another house that I was talking to the agent 2 days before Christmas. They had 5 offers on it, sold multiple offers. So that's good. What it tells us is consumer confidence is strong when relative to real estate, and the buyers are out there, and they're out there now. They're not waiting. They're ready to go. So that's good stuff. If you have real estate on the brain, you're thinking this might be your year to buy or sell, I invite you to reach out. I am always happy to chat and help you come up with a game plan or strategy. You can find me via email, nicole@nicolemangina.com. There you go. And without further ado, I'm so excited for today's guest. It's the perfect way to kick off the year. We have Mayume Carelli with Guided Gatherings. How are you?
I am great. Thanks so much for having me, Nicole.
Absolutely.
I'm honored, yeah.
I'm so excited to have you here. Full disclosure, Mayume and I are friends. We met a couple years ago.
A couple years ago now.
Yes, through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
And we've done lots of different things together, and I've watched you grow and blossom with your Guided Gatherings. And it's such a cool thing, and I'm really excited to share this with everybody.
Hey,
because it's a great way to kick off the year.
I know. I feel that way too. I'm super excited.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Perfect. So tell us a little bit about how did this all come about? You've got an amazing story.
Yeah, well, how it all came about really goes way, way, way back when I was 7 years old, and at night I would have what would be called, I called them visitors. I would see what was I now know as spirit. So they came as little flecks of light, and I thought they were fairies, really cute. And then they started to form into faces and people. Some of them were old, and it scared the bejeebies out of me. So as I got older, I had a really cool dad who said, hey, why don't you find out who they are? Like, maybe ask some questions, because I would just kind of get up and bolt right to mom and dad. And so he allowed me to kind of embrace what was happening, and
amazing.
Instead of having anxiety about it, and then they would kind of turn into dreams, and I would start to know things that I shouldn't know, and it just kind of developed. And I feel like my awakening really came, unfortunately, after my dad died. So in May of '96, he was shot and stabbed by a 15-year-old girl.
Oh, devastating.
Up in Granite Falls while he was fishing. And as you can imagine, my whole world turned upside down. And I then started to really see more spirit, and wanting especially to see my dad.
Yeah.
So that's how it all kind of started. And I kind of kept it in the closet. Only close friends and family knew that I could see spirit or talk to them or communicate. And I decided to come out and open a little business. I felt compelled by spirit to start doing this and helping others. And I really feel as though it's helping and serving those that need to connect and know that our loved ones are still with us.
And you are so gifted and amazing at that. We were talking about this before the show. Yeah, I can speak firsthand how gifted you are. You do these amazing, there's lots of different ways that people can connect with you, and we'll talk about that for sure on the show. But one of the things that you do that's so fun is you do these parties.
I do. They're like mediumship parties,
They
basically.
are.
Because I love creativity. I'm an artist at heart, and I love gathering people together to do something fun. And it's about actually lifting the vibration and the frequency of the room and getting everyone excited and laughing and joking while we invite your angels, your spirit guides, and your departed loved ones to join the party.
It's great. We did one together last month in December. I'm a big believer in experiences versus stuff. If you follow me on social media, we do a lot of that with our family. And there was a group of gals that I work with that I thought, I could go find them a gift, but really, wouldn't this be a better gift and more fun? So I hosted a party, it's one of yours, where we painted mandalas on rocks. And during that, you did readings for various people that were there.
And of course, when you're at these readings, not everyone is guaranteed that someone will come through or a message will come through. And I always kind of preface that and say that, hey, the ones that need it the most will come through, and they can always set a time aside for me. But yeah, it's really, I think it's magical.
It was
it's just
so magical.
Everyone together having a good time, and yes, you're laughing and creating something cool that you get to take home and remember the experience. And then yes, we have tissues on the tables because there's lots of tears that also come, but I like to call them healing tears.
Yeah, it was so profound, and I think for the people that had the readings and even the ones that didn't, and it was, it's such an interesting thing. You have a beautiful write-up on your website that I sent out to everybody. And what is your website while we're talking?
It is guidedgatherings.com.
Okay, so we've got Mayume Carelli with Guided Gatherings on the show today. Her website is guidedgatherings.com, and you do have a beautiful write-up that describes this whole party and how this is going to work. But I also know that when I sent this invitation out to people, and it's interesting because it's a little in the woo, right?
Yep.
Which is something I'm super into, but you never know where everybody is. And I just thought, I'm just going to trust. These are the people I want to invite.
Yeah.
Some I knew better than others. I wasn't sure how they would receive it. It was very obvious that some people knew what they were getting themselves into and some didn't.
That's right. A lot of people come surprised. Yeah, because these are all personal gatherings.
But you created such a beautiful space that everybody instantly relaxed and really got into it.
Oh, thank you.
And everybody had a great time. One of the gals I know connected with her mom, said it was a life-changing experience.
In fact,
for her.
We're working on a gathering with her right now.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Oh, yay. I'm so excited.
Yes, thank you for that. Yes, she definitely, that was really profound, even for me, because sometimes I'm surprised at what's coming through, and I'm trying my hard to make sure that I get it right. It's like playing charades, I'm just getting these photos and messages, and it's so subtle that you have to kind of pick up on it. So with her mom was very clear and how she tried to convey that message, and I was so happy that she gave me that gem to deliver.
Yeah, it was great. It was beautiful, I think, for her to receive and for all of us to witness.
Yeah.
It was a really powerful thing.
Yeah.
And in addition to the parties, you do readings as well.
I do.
If somebody wants to go deeper.
Yep, I do one-on-one. I do them over the phone. I do them via Zoom. I do gatherings. I call them angel gatherings, which I really do love. It's no creativity where we're painting or writing, but we're just kind of gathered in a circle on the couch with blankets and wine and candles. It's also very magical, and we just do readings one after another. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's great. I have to admit, because I've had readings before, I thought, how's this going to go in public?
Right.
Right? But you just have to trust it. The messages that come through are meant to come through, and they're ones that are okay for other people to witness.
Yeah, because I believe that they get some healing out of it as well. So maybe it's not their loved one that's delivering it, but the message may resonate with them. And that's why I like to have everyone together. It's very supportive. It's very sacred. And I feel that that's part of it, is feeling safe and supported when you're there with a group of women. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. I do love it. It was something that I had been, I think, searching for and wondering what I was supposed to do. And lo and behold, it was another medium, an intuitive friend of mine, who said, Mayume, have you ever thought of mediumship? And I was like, what? Are you crazy? No. That's for my close family and friends, and no, I'm not going out there. Are you kidding me? And I was really afraid, and I decided to surrender.
Yeah, I was just going to ask if you were afraid, because some of your biggest supporters, I know, are your good friends and your neighbors, and But that could go either way.
Well, right. And believe me, I've had a couple of friends that kind of fall to the wayside where maybe not as close,
Mm-hmm.
but that's okay because
Yeah.
I have reached many, many more.
Yeah.
And that's part of life and what happens. So as I move on my journey, I'm going to meet and attract my tribe. That's what I
Absolutely.
think.
Yeah.
And you're part of my tribe.
And it's an honor to be part of your tribe.
Same.
Awesome. So yeah, well, isn't that funny how different things happen in life that just kind of, in the moment they may or may not feel significant, but then
Yes.
looking back, you
Looking back,
realize
We were
that
meant to be connected.
made all the difference.
It really did. And you were part of my coming out there too,
Mhm.
watching what you were doing with your little group and
That's right.
mentoring them. And I thought, this is something I would like to do.
Mhm.
And I didn't know what format yet until Spirit told me. Literally, got messages and really compelled to doing this. Really felt compelled.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So people can do, and you have all kinds of different things that you do with
Yeah,
people.
so I also do not only just the dot mandala rock
Mhm.
painting, which is awesome, canvas paintings. We call musical canvas,
Mhm.
where we get a group of ladies. Sometimes it's a birthday, and we will all paint something together
Mhm.
intuitively. Like I'll have them close their eyes and paint clouds, but we will also, when I say get up and then move
Mhm.
a chair down. And I'll tell you, women who are control freaks don't like it at all. They're like, what? I gotta leave my painting, but it looks so good.
That's
So
awesome.
I make them get out of their comfort zones, and then they
Mhm.
support each other, and then each person gets to add a little something to everyone's canvas.
Oh, that's
So
pretty
that's
cool.
kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then I also do meditation meetups.
Okay.
I actually hold those in my home. It's for 11 women. We
Mhm.
do 5-week series.
Okay.
And those are great where I do a different themed meditation for
Mhm.
them. We talk about it. There's Q&A, tea, and fruit afterwards where we mix and mingle
Oh, I love
and
it.
just kind of touch base.
Mhm.
And then I am starting something new. It's called Writing Jam Sessions.
I saw that on your website.
Yeah, I'm so
Tell me more
excited.
about that.
Well, so I'm also a writer, and I really love getting women together,
Mhm.
obviously. And I know that some women would really benefit from journaling,
Right.
as you're big on.
Mhm.
And I love writing, and I
Mhm.
love the connection with your mind, with your hand. And I want to teach a little bit about being in the mindset and connecting with spirit, your higher self, and you can connect with spirit while you write.
You can.
You can. It's called automatic writing.
Yes.
And I would sit and guide the group,
Mhm.
and we would time it, light a candle, and we would ask spirit to channel and give you what you need to know.
And you know what? I am so happy that you are doing that. It is such a powerful experience. I have done that before.
Yes.
And it's amazing because, the first time you do it, you're like,
I just made that up.
right? That or it's going to be a whole lot of blank space.
Yeah, just sitting there like, I have to do
Doo-doo-doo.
laundry. Yeah, it's true. So I'm gonna
But
try.
it really
Yeah.
does. And you can tell that it's from a different place
It is.
than if you were just sitting there doing creative writing on your own.
Yeah, and it takes practice. Like
Mhm.
it's a muscle, right? And so that's why we do a little series and get them kind of used to doing it and,
I think that's great.
and in a flow. Yeah, because
Yeah.
a lot of magical things will come out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one. I think we're all more creative and have access to that than we realize.
Right. Or allow.
For sure. I definitely believe that in my daily life, I'm like, I'm not really that creative. That's the story I tell myself
Oh
anyway.
my gosh, that's
right?
so funny. You are so creative in so many ways.
See, I don't see it.
We don't have to be artsy or crafty
Right.
to be
But that
creative.
was one of the things I really loved about painting those mandalas. I had a little angst
Yeah.
staring at my blank rocks of as I'm, and then I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, there's this kind of cool. I don't know if I can make mine that. And I love my rocks.
Yes,
Mine look
they
different
turned
from
out
everybody
awesome.
else.
Yeah.
I absolutely love them. I
Yeah.
got to feel like a little kid again and just embrace that part. And even
Yeah.
that was such a powerful
That's right.
experience.
I always say, so part of the gatherings too, if you are, say, skeptical or
Mhm.
say that you're coming for the experience and you don't maybe want to connect with anyone
Mhm.
or feel a need, you can witness it, experience it, but you actually get to do some art and some creativity
Yeah.
in some form and have a little takeaway. And so
Yeah.
that in itself, I think, is fun,
Yes.
right? And part of the experience.
Absolutely. And to just open up to that.
Just
is
to open
great.
up to trying something new.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. And I think you have some workshops scheduled on your website that people can sign up for,
Yep,
correct?
I do. We have one actually this Saturday that's coming up.
Fun.
This is a big one. It's a one-day retreat, and I'm collaborating with my dear friend who's an intuitive life coach, Manjeet, with Infinite Balance Life
Okay.
Coaching. And we have a workshop in Bothell from 9 to 5. It's all about igniting your chakras.
Cool.
It is actually really cool. And we're diving deep on each individual energy center, spiritually, emotionally, physically, find out what your blocks are, how to unleash your power. It's going to be awesome.
That's cool. Do you have spots left if somebody wanted to
We
sign
do have
up?
spots left. It would be great. You can go to guidedgatherings.com to sign up for that. Yes.
Okay.
We would love that. And you will get your own set of chakra rocks that have been blessed in the sun rays and cleared, and so and they're all individually painted, and they're dot mandalas. Imagine that. Color coded to the 7 energy chakras. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that.
it'll be a really great workshop. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
That's great.
Yeah, and if messages from Spirit come through, well, guess what? They'll come through.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it was fascinating to listen to you just interpret your, I'm always interested in how different people receive their information. And you were really cute in the way you kind of shared, like, I'm getting this. This is what this means to me. And
Yeah,
you
'cause we
translated
each
a
have
bit, which
our
is
own
different.
symbols. Yeah, I kind of
Yes.
have this little negotiation with Spirit, like, okay, when it's a grandmother, show me a bun or an apron, so I know. And where they stand, and I have like a system. So it's a little faster and quicker so that I can deliver.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's tricky and it's very subtle, and I have to trust it and just say what I see, because most of the time it connects or it'll make sense to someone. Maybe not to me,
Yeah.
but to the sitter, yes.
Well, and you're great at standing in your power too, because I remember when you started off, you were like, this is what I'm getting, and there's like 8 of us, and we're all just looking at you like, we got nothing.
And that happens a lot. I'm like, really? Okay.
You're like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep standing here shouting stuff out.
That's
and
right.
sure enough, eventually
It makes
somebody
sense.
really like, oh, wait, now it's coming together.
Oh, that's one of my things is
But it
always
was really
trust
funny.
Spirit, don't trust the sitters, because they get like what's called sitter amnesia. They don't remember
Right.
sometimes, and that's okay. But
Yeah.
all eyes are on them, and they're looking around. Oh gosh, does anybody else have an uncle?
I know.
Named Hank, who has a tattoo of an anchor. I was like, yeah, no, there's only one of those. And I had a woman who would not admit to it. She was like,
Really?
I was just looking around thinking maybe someone else. That could be someone else's uncle.
That's cute.
It's pretty specific, yeah.
So it was cute, and it's
Oh,
that I
thanks.
think that speaks to how gifted you are, that
You're so
you were
sweet.
able to do that and just know that no, this is something, and eventually it's
Oh,
gonna
and when
come
I
together.
first started, Nicole, it was scary. I was like, okay, so I'm thinking I'm a fraud. They're gonna think I'm a weirdo, and I was so nervous. Like, I just have to really be confident and just say I gotta trust this, keep going. And you know what? I get it wrong sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, or no, maybe it was Uncle Henry, not Uncle Joe. And names are hard, and so
I would think that'd be really hard.
yeah, I try not to do names at all. But I have to admit that hey, I'm human, and I may not get it right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, and there's lots of things in play, right? There's lots of different energies.
Lots
there
of
that-
things. But most of the time,
Figure
I'll get an
out.
email later on that says, oh, you know what? That makes sense now.
Oh.
I called Aunt Sally when I got home and found out, and then I'll have
Yeah.
validation later on.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's your favorite part about doing this?
My favorite part is connecting someone
Mhm.
with a loved one that they needed to hear from.
Mm.
And that message where it hits them to the core,
Mhm.
where they actually feel like they know that they are around them and that they can move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Because people get stuck and they get stuck in grief, and I've been there. I mean,
Sure.
I've been stuck in grief, and to have someone help you connect with someone that you love and tell you something that only you would know, or that loved one,
Mm-hmm.
and to make that confirmation to me is priceless. And I feel like, gosh, if I can do that and bring some sort of healing for anyone who is riddled with grief,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I'm doing this. And that's that and painting dot mandala rocks.
I kind of want to do that all
love
the
that too.
time.
I know. It is addicting. But yes,
I'm like, where am I going to put all my rocks? I don't know.
it's all of that. It's all put together. I was really thankful that I could actually combine the two, because one's
It's a pretty
very
genius way to
serious.
do it,
Right?
actually.
I mean, it can be serious, it
Yeah.
can be really thought-provoking, but I want it to be light and fun so that we are all raising our vibration
Mhm.
together.
Absolutely. And I think there's so many of us that have that one, things that are holding us back or
Yes.
kind of unanswered questions. And to be
Yes.
able to share that with somebody is powerful.
Right. And sometimes it's someone that's out there that wants to take that step and
Mhm.
contact someone like me, but they don't know how. But they
Mhm.
have a friend who says, I'm going to go to this rock painting party, and guess what? We're going to paint with a medium.
Uh-huh.
And then that's kind of their avenue to get to me.
Yeah, it's a good first step,
It
I
is.
think.
Yeah, it's safe, like I said, it's
Mhm.
supportive. Yeah, I like it.
That's great. Yeah, it's a pretty genius way you combined that with
Thank
the
you.
art and
I
everything
thank Spirit
else.
for telling me that, because it really was in a deep meditation, and I was journaling
I
at the
love it.
time, and it came through, and I was like, aha, I like that.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
I think it's
And
wonderful.
I tried it with, like my besties first
Uh-huh.
at home over lunch, where it was safe. And, yeah.
Blinds are closed.
Yes,
Nobody knows
let's
what's
see how
happening.
this works. Yeah. Because I was worried that maybe that someone would be so focused on what they were doing
Mhm.
that they weren't open to receiving messages. But lo and behold, they're already in that frequency
Right.
by doing something creative.
Well, and sometimes that focus helps take down the barrier
That's right.
on other things.
That's right, the
So,
fear. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes that directed focus is probably what helps it be successful.
Absolutely. I think
sure.
so too.
Were
At
you-
least they come out of it with something fun.
Absolutely. Were you creative growing up? Were you really?
Yes,
Were you?
I painted, I wrote all the time, ridiculous stories. I have a novel that I typed up with C. Thomas Howell as my lover. I was, and I still
That's
have
awesome.
it. But yeah, I painted through all the time. I wanted to always be creative, and I love throwing parties and
Mhm.
making invitations, and yeah.
Look
I
at
do
you.
like it. I know.
And now it's all come together in
It's
such
all
a beautiful
come
and unique
together.
way.
I know. It's crazy. It really is.
Yeah.
So.
But cool. But
But
get kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I mean. That I think women will find me. So
They will.
And if they don't want to, because I get a lot of that. Well, I'm not creative. I don't really like to paint, and they just really want to connect. I'm like, yeah. So we'll do it. We'll sit and have coffee and talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and on that note, like I said, I don't know that I'm all that creative, but I had seriously the best time. I felt like I was in second grade
Oh
again.
my gosh!
I was like,
yeah.
paint my little rocks. I could have done that all day. In
Oh.
fact, everybody that was there was kind of like, oh, there's an end to this thing. Like, I really think we all could have
You had a
sat there.
great group of women there.
It was
Really
great.
strong, great, and
Yeah.
they were open to everything. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting
And
into it.
one gal really was not that into painting, but she had the most beautiful penmanship.
I
Do you
know.
remember?
Yes,
So
yes.
she used her rocks and she wrote her words on
I
there.
know, that was amazing.
And then she sent out that great picture of where they're at in her house
Uh-huh,
and what it
yeah.
means to her. But that was how she wanted to experience the day. and
Everyone's interpretation.
It was
is
great,
different.
and I think she probably went through the most tissues because she was so impacted by everything, and it was great.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes just witnessing it. right?
Yeah.
If you don't get a reading, I agree. It's very powerful, and I think all gatherings are divine. So whoever's meant to be there will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting how it all happens.
And sometimes I'll know, like I'll bring one more, extra smock for some reason, an extra set of supplies, and like I just have a feeling someone's going to show up, or it'll be less two people.
Yeah.
And, so it's just kind of funny how it works out. It's all
Yeah.
divine planning.
And that's been my thing with so many things in life, this and other things that I've done. It's like, well, this is what's important to me, and this is something that I think that I would like to share. And so I'll invite the people that I think would enjoy it, and then they can come or not come. And
That's
if it's
right.
not their thing, I'm not offended by that.
Exactly.
But I want them to at least know that they matter to me, and
Yeah.
it's something I want
That
to
was
share
really
with them.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great.
So we had a good, interesting mix of people.
Yeah, you certainly did, and I could feel the energy in the room. I
Mhm.
mean, a lot of good stuff was happening there.
Absolutely.
So well done, Nicole.
Well, thank
Bringing
you.
people together.
I love it. It's one of my favorite things to
Me
do.
too.
It really is. And that's why I love doing this show, is to be able to share you with everybody else out there. I know there is somebody listening to the show, probably more than one, who is thinking this is amazing.
Yes.
And
Come find me.
Yes, this first part of the year, January and February, we're all hunkered down anyway. It's so
Yeah.
crummy outside. You get like your 3 hours of daylight. Host a party.
Yeah, yeah. It could be 5 girlfriends.
Yeah,
come over. It could be
embrace
coffee
your
or wine.
creativity,
Yeah.
and it's just a great way to connect, to kick off the year, to share an experience versus stuff with people,
Yes.
because I'm such a big believer in that.
Yes. It's an experience. And again, if you don't get a message, whether it's from a loved one or an angel, because those comes through too,
Sure.
you get a takeaway of something that you made and you got to collaborate with some fun women.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a great fun
I
experience.
know, and my rocks make me happy every day when I see them. I've got them all
That makes
throughout
me
the house.
happy.
I've got some I'm going to take to my office so I can see them there, and so it's nice. You paint a couple rocks, so it's not all kinds of pressure of like you got to get the one. You only get
No.
one, and you have to get it right.
Right, no. You get
You can
5
do
rocks
different ones.
and you don't even have to paint them all right there. You can take them home. Yep. Absolutely.
Exactly.
And there's a way to like start over. Some people are like, "Oh no, I've
I
messed up." I'm
know.
like, don't
That's
worry.
okay.
It's okay.
I know. It was great too, and because I know when you did ours, you talked about the chakras and the different colors. So then we
Yes.
were all trying to like figure out our color combinations based on chakras
That's
for
right.
each rock, and it was just
Setting
fun.
the intention on the rock, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I know one of my girlfriends had a really strong intention for one of her rocks, and it was really fun to
Yep.
see her create that and have it all come together. So,
Yeah.
thank you for being here today.
Oh my gosh, is it already over? I can talk to you
No,
all
we
day.
got 2 minutes. I know, but we're gonna talk for way longer than that. Because you're awesome. But again, Mayume Carelli with Guided Gatherings is with us on the 425 show today. You are such a gifted medium, a creative artist, and you bring people together in the most amazing ways. So whether you want to host a party, which I'm a huge fan of, or there's somebody that you want to connect with,
Yeah.
Mayume can do one-on-one readings with you as well.
Absolutely.
And you have everything on your website, guidedgatherings.com,
Yes.
that people can go on, find out more. You already have some events scheduled. People
Yep.
could just sign up for that. If you don't want to host a party, if you kind of want to come and sit in the back and feel it out, you're going to love it, and want to do more, or they can just contact you
Yes.
directly.
That would be great.
for a
Come
reading.
find me.
Yeah.
Come find me. Yep.
You're amazing.
Thank you. You are too.
Thank you. And if you have real estate questions or want more information, you can always find me via email, nicole@nicolemangina.com. Thanks so much, everybody. Make it a great week. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.